Oh my goodness, girl. I just left the grocery store and had to put back so much stuff after I got in line because I didn't have enough cash. And you know what? I just went shopping yesterday and pulled out my car and charged everything I could pick up in the store, from a beautiful rug that I've been wanting to get, and even got some toys for the grandkids. And it left me a little high and dry, if you know what I mean. How many times has this happened to you? When you had the money, used the money for some fun stuff, and then turned around and didn't have the money when you really needed it the most. Oh, me too. And that's why I feel like today it's my duty, it's my right, it's my job to talk to you about acting your wage. And at this big old wage, we should have been doing this, girl. But now that we here, we're going to break it down and talk about how to avoid shiny object syndrome and keep our money flowing in the right direction. Welcome back to the channel, ladies. Stacks from Scratch. It is me, your girl, your host, your favorite host on the internet, Mrs. Latoya Slater. And that's right, you already know. If you've been here before, you can just call me Toya. I'm so glad you're here because this is something we really need to get down and dirty with, girl, because we've been doing this for too long. How many times you been behind me at the grocery store or at the retail store buying some clothes, and they get through ringing it up and I say, oh, can you take off that last thing you put on there? Just take that off, really, because I don't think I had that much on my card, so that we can avoid the embarrassment of the decline. Well, I'm telling you, it's still embarrassing when you don't have the money you need to get the things that you need and to pay your bills. So this is why I'm here today. And if you're feeling like this, you're in the right place. Go ahead and get your tea, your coffee, whatever it is you like to sip on. I do not judge, girl. Get your 1800, I don't know. Whatever it is that can put you in a relaxed mood so you can take in this information that I'm about to dispense for you today. Because I know the feeling when you just minding your own business, scrolling through your feed, and boom, there it is. Amazon done put out some new a cute pair of shoes, or Amazon got this really adorable must-have for the kitchen. I mean, I know we all fall victim to this. And it's so easy. And before you know it, your bank account is asking you, what happened? Where you at, girl? But here's the truth. To hit the goal, our money goal, and actually have money around for the things that we really want and need, we got to stop giving in to these impulses, y'all. We got to stop buying things every time we want them just because we want them. Now, I do agree. There are some times where we need to spend a little on ourselves, splurge a little bit, get some of the things that we know we always wanted but couldn't get, but now we have the funds to do that. Maybe we need to assign these funds. Maybe we need to give these funds an assignment, okay, till we hit that money goal, so we can get the things that we really want and not feel guilty and not have to look back and ask, where did the money go? And stop giving in to all these impulsive purchases that's just really ruining our time with our money, and it's giving our money the wrong ideas about us. Okay, so let's jump right into this. Part one, I'm going to start talking about the danger of the shiny object syndrome. And if you've never heard of this, if you're my age, you're my big old age, I know you have, but if you haven't, it just means to buy things out of impulse. When you see it and you want it, then you go out and grab it. I'm gonna adjust my camera a trunch, and I'm sorry for that. I hope it's not moving around too much and it's not a big distraction for you, because I do need your attention. Go ahead and sit down and get this word, girl. I know you got a lot to do today, but you need to take these 5 or 10 minutes to sit down and get this quick word, because it might be something here that can actually change your trajectory around your money. So I'm going to tell you how we're going to do it today. We're going to avoid this. This is something real, okay? We're going to avoid this danger. And it's not just with the money, okay? It's the feeling of lack and wanting more, not having enough. And here's the thing, every time we let these objects jump out at us and win and we buy it, we just putting off the things that really matter. We putting them on the back burner. The goals or the peace of mind that comes with this behavior. So how do we stop falling for these? Okay, take a deep breath, because this is not always easy. This can be a true compulsion for a lot of women, especially stay-at-home women. Okay, I'm talking to you, especially if you're shopping online and leaving the house to shop more than once a week. I'm talking to you. Okay, here's how we're going to stop falling for this and be able to preserve the coin for when we need it the most and when it really matters. We have to start asking ourselves the tough questions. Being able to talk to ourselves, do this purchase actually bring joy? Do this purchase actually get me closer to the goal? So the next time you feel like you're about to splurge on yourself or anything, I want you to stop. I want you to breathe. Count 3, 2, 1. Does this add value right now? Can you do that? Of course you can. And it's just that simple. You're going to redirect the brain and give the mind a new idea about how we are spending this money. Will this bring me closer to the things I desire for my future? And maybe it does. Maybe it will. And if it does, at least you had a chance to give yourself a clear and concise reaction to the question. Number 2, acting your wage. Stop feeling so ashamed. Let's get the shame out the game. Remember when we was little, we used to say, ain't no shame in my game. We didn't quite know what that meant. But where's the shame? I know it's tempting. You want to keep up with the trends that's on your social media. You want to keep up with the trends in your family and your girl clique. And you want to flex a little bit on the people who thought you didn't have nothing. And you want to buy the latest things because it will impress the children or impress the neighbors. But here's the tea, honey. Stir it. Listen up. Acting your wage is not about living small or fitting in a matchbox. It's about being smarter, wiser, and more mature with your money. It's about making sure that what you're spending matches where you're at in life right now. And if you're not making 6 figures, don't pretend like you are. I talk about it all the time, but am I in a 6-figure income bracket? No, ma'am. Not at this time. Maybe in my mind, but in the 3D, not right now, not yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep spending and using money like I am, because the goal is not to live like we rich. This is not what this channel is about. It's about teaching us a way to get closer to having a better, easy feeling and thought about money, having a balance with money. I'm speaking to women who are seeking financial balance, harmony, and increase with the money. And I'm trying to bring some strategies to you and solutions to you on a day-to-day basis that will help you really feel happy about the money that you have here and now and the money that's on the way. So here is the action step. I want you to start thinking about the lifestyle that matches where you at right now financially. Are you getting by? Or do you have extra? Can you live without some of these things right now? And be honest about what you need. Don't skip this, okay? Be honest about what you need and get down to the nitty-gritty of that. Now, part 3, I want you to let go of the need to keep up, okay? Keeping up with the Joneses. Let's let that go, because here's the thing. You have no idea what the Joneses are going through to keep up with the bag that they got. You have no clue on what they are doing to keep up with their bag, okay? So I know how it feels, though. I get it. You want to be looking good, and you want the look, you want the newest things, and we all do. But we can work toward those things without putting ourselves in the hole to do it. And if you're comparing yourself to others, then let me let you know right now, you're setting yourself up. You setting yourself up to feel failure all the time, to feel like you're behind all the time, because you really just on your own path. Your path have nothing to do with what the next door neighbors got going on. They paths have nothing to do with what you got going on. So my advice is, instead of focusing on the latest things or what they have, start focusing on what you can achieve. What can I do instead of what can I have? And here's a solution. The next time you tempted by somebody else's supposed to be life online, or next door, what they've purchased, I want you to pause and ask and remind yourself, this is a journey for me. 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 And I am on my own journey. And the more you focus on your own goal, you'll start feeling less worried about what other people got going on. You're not going to be trying to keep up with what everybody else got going on. The moment you start believing in yourself. Part 4, I want you to join me, and let's create and do the no spending money challenge. All right, now listen, not too long ago I was invited out of town on a trip, and lo and behold, I spent a lot of money getting ready for the trip. I was buying swimming suits, I was buying beach gear, and I thought all this stuff. And when it was time to go, I realized half of this stuff I can't pack. I'm not gonna take it. I left it, and when I got to where I was going, I didn't even have no money. And that's an embarrassing fact, because I did fall victim to this shiny object syndrome with a good intention, but the point is still the same. When I got to where it really mattered, I didn't have what I needed. And the point I'm trying to make to you is, some of these things we just need to start DW. We can do without. And then, not to mention, when I got to where I was going, half of the stuff I bought, somebody else had bought for me. So there you have it, y'all. Now I know we gonna have a little fun with this challenge, this no spending challenge, because even if I'm going out of town again, I'm gonna implement this idea. Okay, no spending challenge for a day or even a week. It sounds good. How it sound? It sounds good. Sounds good, right? But trust me, it's going to be very eye-opening for us, because I'm not asking you to never spend money, but I'm going to ask you to not spend on anything that you can breathe without. Like, if you need groceries or gas, go for that. But if you don't need this blouse, or you don't need this new charger or phone case, you don't need it, don't buy it. And that's my challenge for you. And I know it sounds hard, but trust me, you can do it. You can do it. Try it for a day. And we're not talking about never spending again. Like I said, we're just talking about cutting out some extras for a limited amount of time. Those random trips to Target. And I'm no shade to Target. Those random trips to Wally World. No shade to Wally World. But let's just take some time to say no to anything that will make our money less than its best. You'll be amazed at how much money you save when you just stop spending on crap, on stuff. And I know I'm kind of sending you into the mode of deprivation, but this is not that. This is not self-abnegation or deprivation. And this is more of a monitoring spirit that you need to have to protect your money, okay? Okay, it's about being intentional down to the penny. So here is the solution. I want you to choose one day this week. Here's the challenge. Choose one day, and I want you to put in a comment what day is going to be your no spending money challenge. What day you're going to pick. And that's generous to let you even pick the day, because if I were you, I would pick the day where I'm doing less. And so you would pick that day to say no spending and not buying anything that is not needed for you to live, okay? You'll be surprised how much money you end up with at the end of the week. And how much better you're going to feel when you do these. Ooh, and be able to put that money towards something that means something to you. That can create more money for you. What about that? Now, part 5, I want you to overcome temptation by focusing on the future. Now, let's be honest, temptation gonna always be there. It's no way around that. We got to have it, because it's two sides to everything. Whether it's an amazing sale or if it's something that's an item that's just too good to pass up, remind you of your grandmother or something. I want you to take that feeling and I want you to say, everyone else has it, so I don't need it. Try this reverse psychology on yourself, because this is what I do when I see a bandwagon. I avoid it. Even if it's something that everyone is watching, I avoid it. Even if it's an artist that everybody's drawn into, I do my best to avoid it. And I tell myself, everyone else has it, so I don't need to. Okay? And the next time you face with temptation, then this is for you, girl. I know you're serious about this. This is not just fun talk. I enjoy talking to you about it. I enjoy sitting down doing videos about it. But this is something really serious that could even require a little therapy. When it comes to the money, you need to start deciding what matters more, this temporary satisfaction or my long-term goal. What matters more? Are you willing to give up this temporary pleasure for a permanent gain? And the next time you face a temptation or a tempted situation, I want you to ask yourself this. Ask yourself that. Is this going to take me closer to my goal, or is this pushing me away? And trust me, the more you talk to yourself, the easier it'll be to tell yourself no. The easier it'll be. Now, let me wrap this up with a little celebration, okay? Because every time you resist the urge to buy something that you don't need, you are successful. And I am so proud of you and so happy that you're willing to at least give yourself a chance to make. Okay, so these little wins gonna motivate us to keep us going. That's why rewarding ourselves is important. It keeps us motivated and help us keep our eyes on the prize. Okay, so there you got it, Get It Girl gang. Thank you so much for joining me. Act your wage out here. Don't be out here spending and shopping and doing stuff and you know you got to come up with that money again. Make some better conscious choices. We're going to be cutting back on anything that doesn't serve us, and we're going to be focusing on what really matters. I'll see y'all on the next video.
Subscribe now.